All right, Eric. So we spoke about different topics in property management, but I want to get a good idea of what different types of rentals we can have as a landlord. I wanted to make a decision on what I want to do with my rental property. So, what would you suggest? What different types of rental options do I have?
I think that's a good question. Because if you have a piece of property, your first decision would be, a piece of property that you're not using personally. The first question would be to sell or rent,
Right.
right? And if you decide you want to explore renting, there's different types of rentals. There's long-term rental, there's midterm rental, and there's short-term rental. Most people are most familiar with long-term and short-term rental. Long-term rental is the ones that you lease out for at least a year. And it's families, people that are living in the area, every day-to-day people that you see on the streets every day. They're maybe looking for the area, maybe looking for a school district, sometimes roommates. Sometimes we have those too. There's also short-term rentals that people are usually familiar of. That's the Airbnbs. So you furnish the property, make it eye-catching as possible, and you have people come through every day or every week. It might be people that are in town, might be people that are transient, people that want to host a party at your house. And there's also midterm rentals, which is the up and coming, I would say, market in rentals after kind of COVID hit. It's also a furnished rental. However, it's a at least a 31-day stay. And all these types of rentals serve different types of customers, essentially. For midterm rentals, it's more so corporate teams that are kind of nationwide companies. They are sending their corporate teams to different regions. Construction crews that are in town to do big projects or home insurance claims, which are essentially your neighbors, maybe that had a fire or a pipe burst in their property and they can't live in their house anymore. Their insurance is going to pay for the housing still in town because they live here and they need to be here, but they need a furnished place to live. And midterm rentals is at least 31 days, like I mentioned, up to 2 to 3 months on average.
Okay. And if a potential landlord wanted to evaluate the property to see what is the best option for them, can they refer to you to make that analysis?
Yes, that's what we do for our clients. That's the first step. You have a piece of property. We'll do the analysis from different angles, different scenarios, and see which one you like to pursue.
Okay. And then
Yeah.
advertising wise, what do you guys do to help advertise their property?
Yeah. So we are a property management company first and foremost. So advertising is part of what we do for any kind of rentals. We long-term rentals and midterm rentals, they advertise on different platforms. For example, long-term rentals are Zillow, Trulia, HotPads, rent.com, apartments.com. Midterm rentals, Airbnb, Verbo, Furnish Finders, for example. And we have superhost status for on Airbnb,
Oh,
for
awesome.
example. Yeah.
Okay. All right. And if you guys have any questions in regards to any of these topics that we've spoken about, feel free to reach out to myself or Eric. We'll leave his contact information in the links below. So thank you so much, Eric, for introducing us to these different aspects of property management. I appreciate your time.
Thank you, Orlando. Appreciate it.